I put this front mudguard extender on to protect the radiator and oil cooler. It's doing a good job with the radiator but not the oil cooler. It's going to have to be either moved, but it's kind of protecting the exhausts, so I thought maybe we'd make a cover. I've had a look at the price of them to buy and they're just far too expensive. I don't even know if I need the oil cooler, but I don't really want to take it off. I could ask on the forums if it's absolutely necessary. I don't know. Maybe in a race situation, because it is kind of fashioned after a race bike, isn't it? It was pointed toward the racing scene. But I have bits and pieces lying around. I can make something. I was thinking maybe it doesn't have to fit like the way it normally does. It can just be a screen coming down, and then I don't know. I'll go and see what I've got in the shed. If I can make something to look half decent. I'll get back at the shed. So let's see what you lot guys seeing. Just move you a little bit. Just gotta make sure I'm in focus here. There it is. First thing I've got to do, I should really make a template. It would be easier. But I want to see if I've got any materials yet. Because it looks like these up here, are they bolts or rivets? I think that's riveted or pressed on or something. I think those lugs are actually fixed, but that's roughly, when I'm not going to box around it, I'm just wanting to put a screen in front of it, and the actual radiator area is only 8 inches, you know, where the mesh is, the matrix, whatever it's called, but that's 10 inches. What's that? What's the depth of that? That's the 4.5, 5 inches, well, I want as low as that. There's 2 mounting points there and there's a mounting point there. What did I say that was? 10 by 5. Well, it's 120mm by 120mm by 260mm. Okay, let's go back to the shed. So the first thing I'm going to do is write that down, because I will forget. Where's the pen? So we're wanting a square, maybe not the best pen, and that's 260mm, and that's, is it 120 say? What was it? It was roughly 5, just under 5, about 4.5 inches, yeah. 120, just say 120, and there was 2 lugs. There's 2 lugs here and a lug here. The lug on the bottom was flat and these 2 were in the face. You know. I do have this thing, which is, that's 13 by 8, it's just a box. It's got a nice framework there. It's a shame, you know. I wonder if there's a way around that, just kind of cutting the frame and then gluing it all back together. But I think that would be possible, and then I could screw a couple of lugs on it. I haven't got a welder, you know. I could just cut that up into bits, just try and keep that kind of at the edge in the box and just take it apart, you know. Cut it down, separate these 2 bits, and then kind of rebuild it. Cut the mesh. What did I say I needed? So I need to cut it. Yeah, I need to cut it once, twice, 3, 4 times. I need to cut that, and I need to cut the mesh. Yeah, it's far too big. And what else have I got? I've got that, which is a contender, because it's pretty strong. It's a basket. So what else have I got? I saw something the other day there. No, I don't want that. Where is it? Saw it yesterday, I did. I was using it for a little project, the little air scoops. There it is, but I don't think there's enough there now. I've cut bits off it, haven't I? I don't know how strong that would be. At the end of the day I need 6, oh I've got, there's 8 inches there. And yeah, that would do, and 120 there. That is basically big enough. But I would need to get some strips across there, strips of metal, and box it in, which might be better. Maybe get a bit of angle, go and buy some angle, then just cut this, epoxy the angle on, get another couple of bits of the angle to where the holes are, either side. I think that might actually be better if I go and buy some of that. You wouldn't need to buy the big, just some aluminium angle, because this is aluminium and it won't rust. This is probably just steel, painted steel. Right. I'm going to go to the shops and I'm going to get a tiny wee bit of aluminium angle bar. Right, don't procrastinate. So that's me back. I decided to go for galvanised steel. I've got 2 1 metre lengths, more than enough. In fact, it's far too much, but it doesn't matter. I'm thinking about just making a template, a nice square template which I can actually use for this framework. So if I go to the bike and cut a nice square, I wonder if I've got any thin cardboard. I did try to save some because it is useful. I don't know if that's going to be big enough. What did we say that was? 120mm. Yeah, that should be big enough. And that's a far better piece of cardboard. And I can cut it nice and straight. I'll get a nice straight edge, which I can use as a template. I'll get that out of the way. Right, so I'll go back to the bike. So needs to be tilted a bit. So I've got a little washer here. I can just tilt it with the washer. Let's have a look. Yeah. Move the whole thing, try not to drop the camera. There we go. The lens needs a clean. It's covered in stuff. How are we looking at that? Okay. So we're not far away at that. It's actually too small, that template. But it is the right height. I'm glad I brought my did I bring my measuring tape? No, I didn't. Well, this bit of cardboard's too small to make a proper template. Right, let's go and get another one. Right, so that's it. And that is actually spot on. Right, okay. Don't even need to cut it. I did in the end up just going to measure it. Just to be on the safe side, you know, these things they can be quite deceptive. So I'm not going to worry about the mounting holes just yet. So that's 110 and that's 260 and that's exact. So I reckon if I give myself 5mm. Just so there's a little bit of play. So 115, put that out of the way. It's 115, 265. Can't find my measuring tape. I don't know what I did with it. Well, that template is actually slightly too small. It's good that way. I'll have to use that bit of cardboard in the end up. Not that I need to, but I think it'd be easier with a kind of template because I've got a nice square edge there. What did I say? 265 to there. Then mark that. So I've got 2.5mm going over, just 2.5mm, not a lot is it? And I've got 115 coming down the way. That's a nice straight edge as well. So I've got 115 coming this way. Okay. Okay, this is straight. So that's 115, sorry. 115 is there. Try that again. Yeah, I'm okay there. And I'll put this straight across. To use a square, just to make sure I'm bang on square, you know. I'm sure I am, but right, get that bang on square. Right. So according to that, my marks are a little bit out. Where's my other mark? I'm not far away from there, am I? It's wider than you think. Right, let's just measure the diagonals of that. To make sure I've got it square. So that is 285, 280, 288. So that is, yeah, that's 288 as well. So I've got it bang on square there. Now what to do now is cut it out. Nice and gently, and that's my template I can use for making the framework, so I can get the framework nice and square. The mesh nice and square. Right, let's just measure them quick again. Let's hope I measured this right. What do I want? I'm a little bit off there. It's bang on there. A couple of mil out there, okay. First you don't succeed. That's it. That's it. Right. Measure corner to corner again. Oh, it's so hard to see. Just before 290, I won't be far away. It'll be fine at that. Get all this out of the way. Right, to the metal cutting. Right, what am I doing now? I'm a bit hot. Can turn that down, turn the heater down, take the fleece off. So, open the door a wee bit. There we go, let some air in. Right, lovely. So I've basically got to make a mitre for this. Get that bit of metal out of the way. Just got to cut a mitre to start us off, and then we can start measuring. Cut the mitre at the other end and then make a template. Use that one as a template. Right, first things first, cut a mitre. I don't put it all the way down to begin with, then I get the, so I can feel what's going on, because you can warp the actual plastic. That feels right, that's a bit loose. That's it. It's probably a bit big, this mitre block. So start the mitre off. What am I doing? Which angle am I doing? Okay, so it's going to sit, the mesh is going to sit in like that. Yeah, so the mitre has to go across that way. So I want a 45 across there. Okay. And I need to have it completely flat. Yep. There's obstruction up that end I'll have to get rid of. I'm going to put a template for that on there, that's the one I'm using, isn't it? Is that the one I'm using? I think it is. Yeah, that's the one I'm using. So I'll put a big cross on that, so I know what I'm using. I'll get rid of this thing here. Put that out of the way for now. Right, having a swig of coffee. Right, so I'm hacking the end off there. Is there another way I can do that? Saw's okay. Kind of a funny angle though. So let's see how we get on. Right. So that's I've done it the wrong way. Okay. So this is now that end. Okay. So that goes there, like so. Now I have to measure. Done it the wrong way. Okay. So that one's going across. Ouch. Yeah, it's pretty good. Right, so I just need to tidy up those edges slightly. My plan was to cut four little angles off this, the same width as this itself. So that is, well, it's 15.5, I know that, but say 15 mil. So we go 15 mil that way and cut four of them. Right, that's four of them cut. Get a file on there. Just clean them up gently. I'll sit and clean all these edges, all these burrs off, just quickly. Let's put my face back on. That's me ground all them off and got all the sharp edges off and the burrs and stuff. It's quite a soft material, that. It takes quite a lot of material off very, very quickly. Oh, it's cold in here now. Oh. Right, so get these sorted out. What I'm planning to do is kind of do that. Just to strengthen it, you know. Quite sharp, that little drill bit. So I'll just holes are not exactly centre. Okay. So I'm actually going to put a little mark there. Try and keep this kind of square. I'm not going to keep that square. So, nice. I should just jump out the back. Right. So get that on there like that. There it is. Matter of getting it lined up. Just get it nice and flat. There we have it. Now we can just bend these miters in. So after a wee bit of fiddling, that's kind of what I want. So I'll just carry on all the way around. I won't put you through that lot again. And when I've done that, I'll start filming. Right, that's it. The framework made, and I must say I'm quite pleased. Quite pleased with it. I'll get that original bit of cardboard, see if that fits in, and if it does, yeah it does, I can cut out the bit of, I can either use a bit of this stuff, which isn't really wide enough now. I'll have to use the other stuff. I didn't know if I measured this wrong. Don't tell me I've made it too big. Should really go and offer it up to the bike, but I want to get this resin glued. I'm going to have to use a bit of this stuff, a bit of this, cut this out, just sacrifice it, you know. I have some tin snips there. Let's cut a bit out of this. Where's my snips? That snips there. That snips there. That's some there. Right. I'm just going to cut a bit out. Oh wow, that's strong. There we go. Cut a bit out. I'll get some resin and just get some resin and just get it glued. Take that top band off. Is that a top band holding two sheets together? I don't think I'll see that top band, it won't matter. Just get that nice and square. Just got to square that up. Nice and gently. Right, and then cut that along there. See if it fits. Just kind of that rivet stopping it going in. Is it going to fit in? Just need trimmed a little tiny touch, perhaps. Just that corner's not quite square. It probably will just get forced in there, but get past those rivets. So, just needs trimmed a touch. Just trimmed in that corner just a tiny little bit. Not precisely straight. It's not exactly straight in that corner either. Bring that out. Take a little chunk out of there. That's spot on now. There we go. So we just have to get some resin and stick that on. Probably stick it through that way. Just brush it on. Get a little brush, a little artist brush. I'm gonna have to get some more of this stuff. 12-volt battery. I'll sort it out. There we go. Right, leave that for a little bit.